If anyone is going to ask me to recommend a tree for them to grow at home, I would definitely recommend a moringa tree, guys, and no doubt about that. If you want to know why I'm going to recommend a moringa tree to anyone, come along with me in this video and I will explain to you why I'm going to recommend a moringa tree to everyone who is watching this video. And I suggest you get the seeds and you start planting right now before the rains come, so that when the rains come, your moringa tree is going to explode with growth, and in no time at all, you are going to start to enjoy some moringa leaves in your salads. You're going to juice them, you're going to incorporate them in smoothies. So guys, come along with me and I'll show you some of the moringa trees that I'm growing in my garden, and I'll also show you some of the ways that you can use to propagate your own moringa tree at home, wherever you are and whatever climate you are in. So without wasting much time, let's get into today's video. So reason number one on why I'm going to recommend that you grow this tree at home is that these trees are just amazing, guys. They grow so fast. Just look at this tree right here. Can you believe that this tree is just about 2 years and now it's up to 6 meters? It's even more than 6 meters tall, guys. And look at all the seeds on this tree. You can even use all these seeds to start your own moringa nursery, and you can get into business growing these and selling them to your neighbors and people from your community. So this moringa tree right here that I was showing you, I grew it from a cutting, and right now you can't even tell that this was grown from a cutting. The whole trunk is just solid. There is not even a sign to show that this was once a cutting, and now it has grown up to about 6 meters and it's growing solid. It's not showing even any sign that this was a cutting. It's as if I grew this one from a seed, because it's just solid from bottom to top. There's no cut marks, there's no bruise marks to show that this was once a cutting. So this is just amazing, guys. These trees are self-healing, and this just goes to show how they are going to do in your body when you consume the moringa leaves, the moringa powder, the moringa seeds. They're just going to heal you, just as these trees can heal themselves from being a cutting to be a whole solid tree that is grown big up to about 6 meters tall and still going. Oh Sage, that tree trunk is so solid. How can we be sure that you are telling us the truth when you say that you've grown that from a cutting? Oh guys, don't worry, let me show you one right here. So as you can see, guys, this is a cutting that I've put in the ground, and right now it has started to send out some shoots. So what is going to happen here is you can see that this top right here is starting to dry. So this is going to dry, and over time this is going to flake away. As you can see, this can be removed easily. So what is going to happen after that is that this whole section here is going to heal, and it's just going to start growing solid. This one is, it starts to thicken up, it's going to cover this one right here. So I know some of you are going to say, oh Sage, I can grow a moringa tree, I'm in a cold climate. But who told you can grow a moringa tree? I'm going to show you an example right here. So our winter in Zimbabwe this year was so extreme that some of my moringa seedlings and some of my moringa trees that are in the ground died back due to the extreme cold that we experienced over the winter. But I just want to show you this example. So you can see here, this was the stem of my moringa seedling, which was growing in this plant sleeve. And during the extreme winter, during the extreme cold, it died back. As you can see, the stem has died. But I just want you to see the new growth that is being pushed out from the root of this moringa. This just goes to show you that this is a hardy plant. Despite the fact that you are in a cold climate, you can grow moringa over the summer when the weather is warm. And of course, when the weather starts to get extremely cold, your moringa tree is going to die back. But as soon as it starts to get warm, your moringa tree is going to push some new tremendous growth that is going to surprise you. I know you guys have got a lot of excuses for not growing your own moringa trees in your backyard. Someone is going to say, but Sage, just look at how tall your tree is. If I grow a moringa tree and it gets that tall, how am I going to harvest the leaves? But guys, these trees are so hard. Don't hesitate to prune these trees. In fact, they love to be pruned. So I'm not sure if you saw one of my videos when I was pruning this moringa tree. So I had Initially I had this cutting that I put in the ground, and from the cutting I got these two stems that extended up. But after I saw that my moringa tree was growing too tall to the extent that I couldn't harvest the leaves that were at the top of the branches, I pruned these two branches. As you can see here, I cut the other branch here and I cut the other branch over there. And just look at how many branches that I got back. 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here. From the 2 branches that I had that I pruned, I got 4 branches out of those tools, and those have been supplying with an endless supply of moringa leaves and moringa seeds. So guys, don't be deterred by the fact that these trees grow vigorously and they can grow so tall. You can always prune these and they can start growing some more branches that can provide you with a lot of leaves and a lot of seeds that you can start planting again, and you have so many moringa trees in your yard. But Sage, you said moringa trees can be grown from seeds, but all along you've been showing us moringa trees that you have grown from cuttings. Of course, we've seen how these can grow fast and how we can quickly start harvesting from them, harvesting the seeds and harvesting the leaves. Why don't you show us one that you have grown from seed? Don't worry guys, I've got you covered. So over here I've got a moringa tree that I've grown from a seed, and as you can see, it's already in the ground. I can tell you guys, this tree is just above 6 months old, and just look at how thick this stem is. Just look guys. And of course, this is a moringa tree. This is not just a stick that I've put in the ground. It's an original moringa tree guys that I've got over here. And as you can see, it has even started flowering, and some of the flowers have even fallen due to the fact that this moringa tree lost all its leaves during the winter, during the severe cold that we experienced during this year's winter. So guys, you can successfully grow your moringa trees from seed, and just under 1 year you can start having your moringa flowers and even the moringa pods. Oh Sage, I think you have sold me the idea, but there's one thing that you didn't address. What about those of us who don't have much space to grow a moringa tree? Dear balcony gardeners, I didn't leave you out. I've got you in mind. Over here I've got a 20-liter bucket, and I just want you to see what's growing inside this bucket. I've got a moringa tree that is growing, and I just want you to check out the thickness of this trunk of the moringa tree that is growing in a 20-liter bucket. And this had grown up to about 3 meters tall, and I just had to cut it or prune it so that it can start growing low again. So as you can see, it is now sending out some new shoots. So even if you don't have space, but you've got a balcony or you've got a veranda, you can still grow a moringa tree, and it can grow big, and you can even harvest some leaves from it, and it can even flower, and you can get some more seeds to plant in more buckets. So guys, there's really no excuse for you not to grow a moringa tree. Now that I've showed you that there's no excuse for you not to grow your own moringa tree at home, there are many ways that you can benefit from these miracle trees. You can use the leaves to make moringa powder. You can incorporate the leaves in your smoothies. You can cook the leaves as vegetables. You can also make some oil from the seeds. You can also use the bark and the root to make some medicine. So guys, there's really no excuse for you not to grow your own moringa tree at home, and there are many ways that you can benefit from these miracle trees. So just try to get your hands on some moringa seeds and start planting. And guys, I'm sure you're going to thank me for this, and you're going to thank yourselves for growing a moringa tree in your backyard, in your garden, or in your balcony, or in whatever space that you've got. You can grow your own moringa tree and you can benefit from it. So guys, I just want to thank you for watching this video, and I think you're going to start growing your own moringa trees at home, and you're going to benefit from them. So guys, I will see you in the next video.